the 4-inch scale McLaren. The original McLaren's built up the road in Leeds. A road locomotive, so built to the road, belly tanks under there, and road registered as you look at it. So absolutely road legal. Number 2 is Richard Doyle, 4-inch Foster from Lincoln, called Kitty, come from Manchester. And if you look at Kitty as it goes round, you'll see on the smoke box there is a replica of a World War I tank. And that's because Foster were the parents of World War I tank. Little Willie, which still exists in the Tank Museum at Bovington. Number 7, I think, Carlton Watson, again a 4-inch scale, Fowler, called Sapphire from Buxton. Number 14, Phil Elston, 6-inch Foden steam wagon, the pride of sandbags. Probably a very good name for that, because that's where the originals were built, the full-size ones, and he comes from sandbags. Number 12, we've got it right today. We will get this right by the end of the weekend. So John Mac Smith there, 6-inch scale bull. So that's actually half size. Weighs, I think, 2.5 tons, something like that. Very, very powerful engine. Absolutely beautiful to see it around the arena. Followed by number 11, Ian Keeper, Big Mac, 4-inch scale McLaren, another McLaren from up in Leeds. 21, a Burrell gold medal tractor. Now this is 6-inch scale, so this is half size. So you can imagine that the full-size tractor is not that big. So that's number 21. Alan Gibbs there on Luby Lou, hails from Middlewich, not a million miles away. Followed by number 23, Anthony Rizak, a 4-inch Foster, called R.L. Witcher, and he's from Lancashire somewhere. Sorry? Is that why you put Lancashire? Yes. Good lad. A magnificent machine coming in there, absolutely stunning. Number 22 is a 6-inch scale, so this is half size. Half size Howler B6, called the Lion. The Lion, the prototype, the full size one, is still in existence. Worked all its life for Anderton and Rowland, who are amusement caterers down in the southwest. So they were the DeVay family. Anderton Rowland has a really, really history. Captain Rowland was a lion tamer, and they started to run amusement. By Jeremy Sheldrake from Audley. Number 8, really, really unusual. As a subject for a miniature is number 8. It's a Garrett 4-inch scale roller, and you really don't see many rollers as a miniature. And this one's called Hines, owned by Robert and Matthew Hand. Absolute excellent job they've done with that. Number 29, 3-inch. I think we might have one more to come in. Looks like we've got a bit of running repairs going on down there. Might have to send out by any stretch of the imagination now miniatures. Follow exactly the same regime as the full-size machines as regards boiler inspections and hydraulic inspections. Please hear your audible warning devices, please. find it's actually registered as a Brigazzi buggy. So lovely little thing, beautifully turned out. Jonathan's had hours and hours of fun with that over the previous year. Long wheelbase Land Rover, and behind that we've got the living van. So back in the day you might not have the Land Rover in the middle, but always a useful thing to have just in case of an emergency. Obviously going to be roading home tonight. 25. We've got the trailer there, which looks an interesting trailer I have to say, and the roller living van, the road van that they've been living in at the weekend. It's very comfortable in the trailer, ready for a gentle ride home in the evening sunshine. And that's a little 6-ton Avelin. Absolutely beautiful little thing. Again, back in the day, it wouldn't be on solid wheels, this is wooden wheels, and would not be unknown on a very dry day that they'd have to soak those wheels in water to make them swell up to hold them on. So we've made a bit of an attempt to strap the coal on. I'm sure DVSA have been most impressed with that, but I would think the speed you're going is not going to hurt. Lovely 10-ton roller, road in it, Cat. 10 miles road in that tonight, on an evening like tonight. What better way to spend the evening. Alan Atkinson with his lovely little Wallace advanced roller, new in 1925 to the War Department, used by the Royal Corps of Engineers. It's got the Royal Corps of Engineers badge on there. You'll notice that this hasn't got a full-size flywheel on it, and that's because it was for rolling asphalt. And with an ordinary roller, when you stop, you left a dent in the asphalt. So this is quick reverse, so you can stop and go back and leave. Probably their claim to fame would be steam ploughing, which that's carried under the tender. You got the belly tanks on there, and then you tow the water dandy. Obviously roading home tonight. See how far they're going tonight. How far? But a bit of string attached to that, give it a couple of dings, and the driver will know whether to stop, whether to go faster or such like. Absolutely beautifully turned out, that machine. And as I say, that was the state it was in when it was delivered new. So the roller down the road, you're probably going to average 3 miles in the hour, maybe a bit more than that, but generally about 3 miles an hour. The road locomotive, probably a little bit faster than that, maybe up towards 8 or 10 miles an hour. There, it's Gilly steering today. Got the family up there, always beautifully turned out. Look, 8-ton Avelin, absolutely beautifully turned out, brasswork highly polished. Absolutely superb. The full-length canopy on there. These were the equivalent of the lorry of the day. English Princess. Been in a shed since the Avelin. This one was new to Hereford Rural District Council. And what we tended to find was the rollers were the longest high pressure steam and then the low pressure steam. More Foster. A lot of owners now put these up on rubbers. Clayton Shuttleworth, again a Lincoln based firm. Astle Park Rally. Now, Crowther and Johnson's Flying Pigs on Tour, the scenic, the showman's engine. Another goal under there in this striking yellow colour. And engine, absolutely stunning. Not to everybody's taste, that colour, but it's what it was delivered as. Again, help build up the fair when it's on the toga, on the fairground, and then generate at night. Another Avelin tractor Oberon, beautiful little thing. Another Clayton Shuttleworth, down in Lincoln, and another general purpose or agricultural engine. Look behind the hind wheel on the steersman side, you'll see that there's little pins on that axle, and that allows the winch cable to turn and paid out through the fairlings on the back. So timber hauling, towing, positioning and such like. The little Fowler roller. Nice. And that wasn't for show, that was so the driver could see what he was doing. Absolutely beautiful that machine. The big dynamo on the front, put the belt on from the flywheel, and drive and generate the electric Coliseum, whatever the electric Coliseum was. We've got one coming in this, another Fowler. Another Fowler Showman's engine. Two very famous engines around these parts. So we've got Fowler and then we've got both. If you went back to late 50s, you could buy a Showman's engine probably for £100. You need an awful lot more money than that now to actually purchase one. So absolutely stunning to see those around the arena. Another little Aveling roller coming in front of me. Again, look at the handbrake on that. That is just a block of wood onto the flywheel. So we're going to get them lined up. I don't know who else might come in, if anybody. But it is getting late in the day. When you've finished having cake. Oh, I think we've still got some coming in. Oh, I think we've still got some coming in. It has getting on the regulator, it really truly has. It means that this movement of ours that's been going 75 years is ready for the next 75 years. Formal gathering of steam engines, lovely to see. Oh, and another one coming in, the big McLaren, young lad on the regulator I think, making an absolutely stunning job of driving this engine. There's Captain Scott, road locomotive, canopy still to be fitted. Obviously had a bit of work done over the winter. Is he getting better? You'll soon be redundant. You hope so. So another road train coming in. This is the Foden D-type tractor. A timber tractor, again towing the living box. And a trailer full of stuff, and then taking that whole trailer to the sawmill. Called George, after George Spencer. I'm not going to say right to find out his name, it might not be. Another Aveling tractor. Another young fella at the regulator, fantastic. So if the final engines in the arena would like to have a little, not another one,